Hi, this is Rajkumar Pal, and today's day 8 of making videos. And in today's topic, I'm going to share my perspective on the crisis of the feeling of fulfillment or the having meaningful life. So, in today's world of abundance of information or the abundance of everything, which is we are easily get everything in a place where we can live a life with ease and with comfort, because we get food, we can get shelter, and we can have a job or source of the money making resource. And still out of those things, out of the easy life we are living, and still we don't feeling the sense of meaning, and we always try to do something more or do something meaningful. And this is the loop of the curiosity, which uh, which is helping us to move forward and explore our curiosity as well, because there is lot of surveys are uh, going on, or the lot of surveys has been proposed, where 80% of the people who are working professional or doing the job in a different discipline or the different faculties as a different professional, and they are by asking some questions on the sense of meaning or sense of fulfilled life. The overall ratings or the overall percentage has been come is that most of the people are negating the sense of meaningful, and they lack the meaning in their life. And what is the reason behind that? Whom to blame, or what is the root cause, whether it is ourself, our society, our education system, our politicals, our environment. What is the root cause of all these things? And more of that, we are living in the world of instant information, or the instant social media network and distributions, where everything everything comes in a very fast manner. And even we are moving in the world of AI pacing, modern day AI pacing world, and still we are not fulfilling or not finding our life to the meaningful. So the main thing is that we are not accepting ourselves, and we always comparing ourselves with our surrounding, with our environment, with our business, with our working style, with our work, with our degree, with our family, and with our level of our consciousness or the level of the lifestyle. And all these things are creating the chaos in our life in a everyday basis, because nowadays our education system is, instead of providing a good education, they are become the factory of the unemployed people, employed unemployed people, because lot of people having a vast majority of the degree in a different discipline and still don't have a job. And second thing is that we are more disconnected from the nature, we are more disconnected from the our natural self, authentic self, or the real self. And we always look or viewing the world in a way what we wish to see to the world, and that creating the gap in our sense of happiness or sense of well-being or sense of meaningful and fulfilled life. So the question is, how can we reconnect, or how can we reconnect to the ourself? Then everything else become so easy and so connected, and we can see the other side of the life. Because 20% of the people who shows that they are feeling so much of meaningful life or fulfilled life or the happyful life, still they are also living in the same world, same environment, or the same water, they're drinking the same water, or they or working or making money or whatever they are doing. And 80% people are saying that we are not happy with our life. So why this is the huge gap? The huge gap is only our way of viewing the world around us, or way of wishing the world around us, because we always try to fix something, always want something. And anytime if one sits there, it emphasizes that we are lacking inside. So instead of putting our attention outside of ourself, which is most of the time it is a materialistic, whether it is a in terms of health, in terms of wealth, in terms of materialistic entities like bungalows and cars and real estates and property and status quo and our degree and our status, everything. And we focusing narrowing down our attentions from the within, because whole the whole tree or the fruitful tree is made by the single one grain of seed or the one grain itself. So there is a everything, every the source is within ourselves. So instead of looking outside, I cannot say that external thing is bad or we should not like need external thing, even though it is a inevitable thing that we must have to look on the external or a materialistic thing, but that will not come from the place of this space of a sense of lack or a sense of absenteeism or the sense of comparison or imposter syndrome or the putting ourselves down as compared to the other people. Because as a human being, God has given us the same kind of brain or mind or the abundance, and still we are not experiencing directly, then we causing ourselves to the chaos. And when it's come to chaos, it is like a entropy, because entropy is a system where a disorder is the disorder is the by default, and we have to make in order, we have to reconnect, we have to realign with ourselves, and this will comes by understanding our personality, understanding our values, what is important for us. And that values, if is not fulfilled or if it not lived by us in our profession and in our personal life, then we get distracted, then we get disconnected from the reality, and we distort our reality with a false sense of perception that I am not living the good life because of the XYZ reason. And we, if we operating from the sense of blame or the sense of guilt or the sense of suffering and pain and dwelling between the pain and pleasure or living on the survival mode, all these things are way more destructive than the constructive. So how can we cultivate the meaningful life, all these or the fulfilled life? So for that to happen, we have to expand our level of mind or level of mind by knowing our curiosity. And when we know our curiosity and we explore our curiosity, then we can reconnect and connecting the dot by recognizing pattern from our childhood, what is our interest, what the thing that we spontaneously prone to act without any external motivations, whether it is a playing or whether it is a reading or it is a writing or it is a collaborating or support creating or helping people or networking. There is some sense of activities or the things that we are naturally doing by default by the spontaneous because no other person can say to us to how to do that or you should do that. And nowadays it become a pandemic that we are always screaming on the child that this is good thing, this is bad thing, how to do this, you should do that, because other people or that person is doing good in their study, having a good degree and having a good job or making more money. Everything is creating the false sense of being. For that to happen, we have to consider these things, that is a being, doing and becoming. What is the meaning of being? Instead of faking ourselves or behaving in a way that is we are not, and hiding ourselves behind the scene, and we changing our personality like a chameleon in the workplace, in our family, in our with ourselves always, because we are more close to self, not from the other outside of our world. So this is the first thing, by being authentic, real, natural, the as it is, who we are as a personality, has our value with our ugliness and badness. Second thing is by doing. Doing means that our direct experience with our curiosity or with our abilities day-to-day basis, which is spontaneous, natural to us, coming natural to us, because no one can replace us when it's come to skills, or when it's come to certain level of the mind's understanding of the comprehension level. And third thing is by becoming. If we explore our curiosity, and we by being authentic to real self and reconnecting to our self, and by doing and executing based on that value system and that our curiosity, and we demonstrating by becoming step by step manner, slowly and gradually, then the sense of fulfilling or sense of meaningful life is becoming our way of life, and we get more realization, more insights, and more nuances. Then we always try to figuring out something else which is never going to happen as what we wish to be, or what we need to fix, or what we need to do. So always try to recognize the pattern in which is demonstrating. Already we are demonstrating in our professional life, but we are unaware of that. By asking question to self, or asking, having the feedback from the other people, from our close people, then few things are very natural to us. So we have to make a strength of that, and we have to learn more on that skill or the abilities, and that we can make an idea out of that, and we can create something big, which is going to give us fulfillment and meaning from our work, and this will create the abundance and meaning in our lives, and that is the end of the crisis.